Hi, this is Nathalie from LineDotArrow from the Netherlands, and I'm here with the second week challenge papers for the August challenges. The hashtag is LDA Blush Pink. We have 4 pages to work with, and it's in all those sweet retro colors. It kind of has a shabby vibe, as the kit has, the Blush Pink papers. Yeah, let me take you through them. They come in US letter size and A4 size. These papers are for free in the LineDotArrow Facebook group, and you can join the challenge with these in LineDotArrow, Two Sister Jam, and Sophie's Crafty Corner. You can also purchase these for a very small fee at my Ko-fi. But yeah, you can have them for free in the Facebook group. So this looks like an envelope, but you can turn it into an envelope, but it was supposed to be a gatefold. How do you say that in your journal? Sorry, it has a tag, some little pockets and some roses to decorate. I have 2 pockets. And then I also created a paper that you can actually use on the inside or on the outside. Depends on how you fold this. Yeah, I really like this one. And then I also have little ladies over here, some labels and some floral photo strips and some plain, and again tag and a little pocket. And then I also have this paper to work with, and then you have 4 pages. So this is 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and this is number 4. So basically I think there are 2 challenges in this set of papers, because you can make the folding thing, and you can also create little photo strips to put in your journal. But I'm going to try to combine them. Now I also have the papers from last week, the week 1 challenge papers, the dolls with these and this one, and then I have these. So maybe I'm going to incorporate a few items in my project. I'm not sure. I couldn't do a video. I'm rather late today too. I had a very weird start of the weekend yesterday. I will tell you all about it when I clean my desk and then I see you. So I have the papers. Oh, I forgot to get my tools. One moment. So I have my tools now. Let me adjust this just a little. So yeah, usually I cut out all the images, the smaller itsy bits bobs, with my scan and cut, but today I'm not going to do that because I'm recording this video rather late. Like I said, I had a bad start of the weekend. First, let me pick something to cut out while I'm talking. Yeah, I want these. I need my cutting tool. I'm not prepared today. I'm so sorry. So now I think I can start. Yeah, I went home rather early yesterday because I worked through my lunch break, so I could go home just a little bit earlier, and I did that. But after 10 minutes my engine warning light started to blink. No, not blink, it started to burn. So it popped on. For the life of me, I can't remember the color, because I was like, what is happening to the car? Because the whole car was sort of shaking. And I pulled over, but I was, well, in the full sun, but also in the middle of a very busy area where a lot of traffic is. And also I was blocking a street. So that wasn't a good thing. And then I thought, oh, if I can make it just a little bit further, there is a shade area. There was a recreation area, a restaurant also. And I thought, well, if it's going to take long, because I have like AAA services, I pay for that. Then I can at least go, well, have a drink or even something to eat, or use the toilet if it takes a long time of waiting. But before I could move the car, I had to be certain not to damage the engine. So I had to check the manual, which I did. And and it said different things on different colors of lights, but I couldn't remember what the color of the light was. I thought it was orange, but it also could be yellow, or it would be red. I have no idea. I didn't know. I completely missed that. So I had to switch on the engine again, and then I didn't burn the engine. Well, it didn't lit up, so I thought, okay, and now what? But it still was wonky, so I didn't trust it. Checked the manual and decided that I could do what it says with a certain warning light. Drive very slowly and let your car, have your car checked. Now the fun fact is that we have an appointment this Monday to have the car checked because we were about to take this on a trip to France, and my husband said, well, let's do a holiday check thing, so we sure we will not strand on our way when we go away, and it's just next month, so it's not today or this month, sorry. But yeah, it broke down on us already. But we called, well, not we, I was alone. I called AAA. No, I didn't call AAA, sorry. You could also call the emergency in using their app. And I thought, well, maybe that's better. Maybe that goes faster, because if they have it all arranged like that, that usually works better than calling somebody. So I did all the steps and tried to find my location, copied my location with the number and everything. I had to fill that in, and then there was in the app a notification that, well, my notification was confirmed and help was on its way. It could take about 90 minutes to 2 hours. But what I also saw is that the house number was not on the address, and I was like, what? I did type that in, but then there was an option to change it, so I thought, well, I'm going to change it so that the AAA person knows where I am. And then it said, if you want to change your address, you need to call. Well, I need to call, so I made a call. And then I get an AI lady on the phone. It was an agony, because she asked me all sorts of things that I already put in the notification that I just sent out. But okay, I went for it. And then I got another lady, a real lady on the phone, asking me the exact same questions. And then she said, why are you calling? I said, well, I'm calling what I told the AI lady in the first question that she asked me, to update my address, because there is no number, so nobody knows where I am. Oh yeah, I can see. Well, I changed it, so that worked. And then I thought, well, maybe I'm going to call my husband to at least let him know that I'm stranded. So yeah, if something else happens, that the car had to be towed down or something, I could at least update him instead of telling him the whole story, because he was still at work. He has to work until 9 in the evening. But he was on his break, dinner break, so he was eating. And then he said, well, how long do you have to wait? I said, well, blah, 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 almost 2 hours. He said, well, I have an appointment. I will call in later. And then he came back. He said, I'm almost done with the appointment. Maybe I should come to you in case if you need to be towed away. I assume you will take it straight to the garage where we have the appointment this Monday. And then you're out in the middle of nowhere waiting for me to pick you up. So maybe it's best if I drive with you, which was very sweet of him, of course, because, well, it was a long wait. Short, there was, I don't know what it's called, bobine. The bobine was broken. It's a Dutch word. I don't know the English word. And they changed it. It was like 53 euros, so nothing at all. And we drove home, but I arrived at 9:15, and then I still had to make dinner. So I was pretty tired, and the thing was, I was all pumped up to already work on the challenge papers on Friday, so I could be ready on Saturday. Because I still feel bad that I'll let you down last week, that I didn't do a video as I was not feeling very well. I was feeling very well yesterday. But because I had to wait so long in the car, which I can drive in a car, but I can't sit very long in a car. That gives me trouble with my body. So this morning I woke up and I was like, what? Did I had car trouble myself? Because I felt I was being hit by, I don't know, a car. And I was extremely tired. It was a very long day yesterday. It was a little bit, it's not the worst thing in the world, I know. And I'm not trying to complain, but it was like, well, a long day. And work was rather intense. A good day at work, but rather intense. So I wanted to pay yesterday and I couldn't. And today I worked on the papers because I had the idea in my brain for days. That saves a lot of time when you already have an idea. And I just thought, okay, let me just work on these and then video. I couldn't video and it was extremely hot in the house, and I thought I'm just going to do it tomorrow. It's still Saturday while I'm filming this, so I'm not going to do it tomorrow. And then my husband called. He said it was so quiet at work, so I finished the appointment with the customer I had. And I said, well, I'm just going home. They gave a few colleagues the day off because it was very quiet. And he was in the garden and I was like, I want to be in the garden too. So I took a nap in the garden and we ate and we watched some television together this evening. And then suddenly at 8:30 I said, you know what? I think I'm going to create my video. So here I am, rather late, doing my video for the second week challenge. So that was the story of my weekend that didn't start off the way I planned. But I'm not sure if the car is really fixed because it smelled funny. Like there was something burned. So we have to make sure the garage, I don't know how to pronounce that. We'll check that on Monday when we bring it to them to check. To do the holiday check. Well, it's going to be, can I be able to drive to work check? Okay, I mean, I should have done that at first, but whatever. I made a mistake. I could have already glued it on and then cut out the elements. Let me get my scoreboard. So this looks like an envelope, which it basically is. The shape of it at least. But that is not how I designed it. I had this designed, I think, over a year ago. Never used it, as you can see. Because this is the first time I'm using it. Okay. It's really, really... It can be an envelope. So if you want to turn it into an envelope, that's totally fine. But my idea was, if you have your page, you could have it on here, create a policy closure on here, open it, and then have this flapping out, obviously decorated, and you have the tiny pockets. You can put it on the inside. You can even create a larger pocket on here, or have one pocket here, or maybe a scrappy pad in here, and then a pocket on here and a pocket on here. That was my idea. So yes, let's do that. Let's work on the original idea. I'm going to use and Tracy did a pop-up challenge yesterday, and I could watch just a little because I was so afraid that my battery would run low, and I couldn't charge, obviously, because I couldn't put on my engine. So I watched for a little while, and then I said I had to check out to save on battery. But yeah, I'm quickly going to cut this. So I have this cut out, backed. Now I need to ink. Okay, now I have to check how I want this to go on the page. My initial idea was like so. But now that I see this, I could also do it like so, by the way. So I have it like this. But I also use it like this. No, the other way around. Sorry. And I also need to ink over here. I forgot to ink over here. I don't know why. And also these. You can also sew. I'm not going to do that today because that's going to be a very long process. And I also need to edit this video and upload the pages. So I wanted to make it as fast as possible, but fun. Now I want to put a hole in these. How am I going to do that? So I want them at the same spot. So I have to measure, which I never do. But yeah, today I am. I'm going to measure on the inside, and you don't see the mark on the outside. Smart. So this is about the middle. Over here. How many? Okay. This is about the middle. I'm just going to add a little dot, and then it has to be, it's exactly on the spot. That's insane. So put in the eyelets. Okay. Maybe I'm going to use one of the other papers to glue it on, because I really like this paper. I don't want to cover it. That is what I'm trying to say. No, it's going to be on this one. I'm sorry. Change my mind again. But I'm going to glue it over here. This is going to be the closure. Now I need to think about the pockets. I have a little pocket over here too. Yes, this one. But I think I will go for the florals. Because they fit the page. I'm going to fold all these little pockets and then you will see me back. Okay, I'm going to glue the little pockets on the doors, on the outside. But I'm going to glue them on above the thingy, the flappy thingy. And this one, I'm going to add it about the same height. And glue it on, like so. Okay, that's cool. Now I have this one also. These are a little bigger. These were supposed to be for if you want to create something over here. But I thought maybe I can turn this into a pocket sideways. And I need to fold this a little. Yes. Or a belly band. I'm going for the belly band. Change my mind. I want a belly band. Yes, that's cool. You can even add a little pocket here. I'm not going to do that. Glue these together. Now the trick, sorry, empty. Now the trick is to not create bulky ephemera to put in here, because this alone is already a little bit bulky, which is already a challenge for me, to not create bulky ephemera, because my ephemera is always very sturdy, which also makes my journals very heavy. Going for this one. No, it was 7. I was doing 7 and now I went straight back to 10. No, I did 10, sorry. Couldn't remember the size that I used of the corner punch. Now my tack seems a little flimsy right now because of the wet glue. The glue is wet, it's a water-based glue, but when it's dry it will be a little bit more sturdy for sure. I have no doubt about that. Now comes the fun part. We can slide this in, of course, if we want to. I have cut out a few of the florals. I also have this. I thought maybe I could decorate the strip with this a little, or not, or add these. Got to cut out the smaller one, but it's okay. Now I'm going to glue these together. Like so. So I'm just going over it with the blender to sort of take off the white. You could also cut out all these little pieces. I'm not going to do that, but you could. You could also use your punch for the eyelads. That's also an option, but then they will be round instead of flat and square. also added a guy. People were asking for a guy portrait or thing, so I added a guy. Yay. So I have a little portrait things over here. Oh, I didn't cut all of them. So, of course you have this. Now, I'm thinking to put these on here, as they are so much fun. What am I going to do? A lady, and a guy. And this one. So, but I hope your weekend was okay, started okay, not like mine, with a tiny disaster. I had this one, I think. Yes. And most of you are, well, it's midday for you now, I think. Or a little, well, maybe a little bit later, but you have a whole day ahead of you and an evening. Well, it's 10:30 over here now when I'm filming this video for you. Also for myself, of course. I have these. You can stamp on these. These are so much fun. And I also have this. I'm going to cut these off camera. So I cut out all the little bits and bobs. I think I like this as it is. I'm going to slide this in here. I want the butterfly on the little tag. Like so. So I'm going to stick this in here. Yes. I want to decorate this with this piece. Or not. Maybe I can put this in the front pocket. That's also fun. No, I'm going to put this in the front pocket. I know I still have to back it, so I'm going to glue it onto here. Okay, so I can put this in here. Maybe I want to add, not my logo, maybe something, maybe a little lady. Yes, let's do another lady. A little bit to the side. So this can go in here. Now the pocket is a little bit wide for this tiny piece, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue over here so it doesn't slide everywhere. Like so. I want to embellish this a little. Still wondering if I should put on a pocket. No, not going to do that. What am I going to put over here? Maybe I should use this. Around the corners. 7-inch. I thought I wasn't recording. I was like, oh no, again. So, and then you can also add another label on top. Like so. Over here. So this one over here. This is going to be closed like this. Now I need to find something to slide in here. Maybe I'm going to use one of the things from last week that I didn't use, unfortunately. What am I going to put in? I don't know. Well, maybe I'm just going to leave it. That's also possible, because I already want to do something else with these two, and then I'm cutting them just to slide something in here. Maybe I can add a little bit of this in here. Just some tiny things. Yeah, that could work. Now I think this is a little bit too long. I'm just going to cut it slightly shorter. Slide it in. Well, you could glue this onto a page like so. Then have these like so. Do a better job at gluing than I did. suppose this is your journal page, you can glue it on your journal page. You can even glue it on like so. The sound of the glue press. Squeaky. You can do it on like so. If I did it right, this side is open, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. I was kind of worried. Okay, I need to smallen the pocket a little. Things in here. I thought I also wanted to add some flowers. To this side. Just for decoration. Like so. Maybe this one. Let's see, over here, and this one. Over here. To cut this. I have a few pieces left, but yeah, that's okay. Yeah, now I need to close it, and I thought about closing it like so. I also want to add a little stamp on here. So I got myself some strings. I'm not certain which one I want to use. I have to say this one is nice too. Maybe I could even make a double or a triple. Maybe that's an option too. Let me see. So it goes like this. I think. Where's my poker tool? I don't have a poker tool. Ah, the scissors. No, the tweezers. So, how am I going to do that? Maybe it's a little bit busy. I don't know. It's a little bit too much. I think I will do one. Okay. Like so. don't cut my fingers. And you can just close it by tying it together. Like so. Oh, I really like this. Let me get something. I just grabbed a tag. I think it's a little bit too long, but I can make it slightly shorter so I can stick it in. I'm not going to do too much embellishment on that, but I am going to add one of these. So you can stick this in. I have another one, and that I'm going to decorate with the burgundy color. A little smaller. Okay, tie this in too. And I also have a little bit of washi. I thought it would be fun to add some washi. Like so. Yeah. I also have this one. Maybe I just want this one. No, it's not working. Maybe this one. No, I'm going for this one. I didn't want it, but I want it. Just some tiny bits to decorate it a little. Like this. I have a feeling I forgot something, but I don't know what. So I'm going to clean my desk and then I will show you the end result. So here's the end result. You have your page like this. Obviously, normally this would be decorated, and then you can flip this open. There is a tuck spot over here, and then a closure over here. You have tiny pocket and a tiny tag over here. I just put in some scraps on this side. You can obviously make a tiny tag, then it opens up And then you have another tag over here and the film strip over here. Now, that was what I forgot. The stamp. I wanted the stamp. I thought about it when I was cleaning my desk. So let me quickly add this stamp. Like so. Oh, that's a cute stamp. I really like that one. Well, while we're at it, I'm also going to do a little stamping on the tag. Ooh, almost upside down. I'm just going to add some script, nothing special. So this can slide in here, this can slide in here. But yeah, this is it for today. You can close it by tying it together, and obviously when it's in a journal it's going a little bit easier because there's some weight from the journal on the cover, but it works. Yes. So yeah, this is it for today. I hope you like the papers. I hope you want to join in creating something with the papers. Like I said, they are for free in LineDotArrow. They come in US letter size and also in A4 size. So this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and I hope to see you in a Facebook group joining in with a challenge. And I can't wait your creation. It doesn't have to be this, it can be completely something different, as long as you enjoy. And don't forget to use the hashtag LDA Blush Pink and post in Two Sister Jam and Sophie's Crafty Corner, and also in LineDotArrow. So thank you so much for watching. Greetings from the Netherlands. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye. Bye.